Hi, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to my Positivity Pass It On channel on YouTube. I'm your host, Priscilla Subramaniam, and I am very, very excited to invite all of you this evening to have a wonderful conversation with two wonderful women as we celebrate National Black Business Month.
Woo, 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 woo,
Woo,
woo,
woo.
woo.
So
They have
tonight on my Word of Mouth Wednesday, I want to welcome the founders of In the Black Fashion and Finance. I'm excited to introduce Latoya Rosoff.
Hi.
Latoya in the house.
Hey.
And I'm very excited to welcome Charlotte Ford in the house too. Hey, girl.
Is she a rock? You a rock star tonight?
You
We can do that. Let's do it. I'm so excited to have both of you on this evening, and I'm really thankful that you're sharing part of your evening with me because I know we are. You ladies are definitely busy ladies, juggling it all, but you do it with so much finesse. So just want to give you a shout out for that first and foremost. So let's go ahead and hop into the conversation, and let's learn more about In the Black Fashion and Finance. So my first question is, can you please talk to us about your women empowerment movement in the Black fashion and finance?
I'll let Charlotte kick this one off.
are in the black our movement. So there it's so layered as many good stories are, right? So it's very layered. But at the root of it, I was starting my voyage into being a financial advisor, assisting individuals on how they can better manage their finances. And Latoya had a long running with her shop, 79 Roads. Okay. And so the both of them are really based in the premise of black, right? And so in the black, it encompasses in the black clothing. So you want to definitely be dressed in the black and looking fly in the black. And for your finances, you definitely want them to be in the black. So when you're in the black, that means you are viable financially and you're financially fit. So it doesn't mean you're in the red. In the red means like I'm negative, I got a lot of debts out there, but in the black financially means okay, I can handle this. Hashtag I got it. And in the black, when you look, everybody who doesn't need a little black dress. So we started that on that basis of trying to pair up as friends, as sisters, and doing something together that we can work throughout our lifetime so that we can create legacy as well as affect change in our community. So that's pretty much where we are because, as you know, 79 Roads is made because of a mission and a thought that Latoya had in her mind to meet the needs of every woman, every curvy woman. And me, finances, it's major. If you can't handle your finances, then a lot of things falter. So we want to make sure everyone is able to handle their finances, but definitely look fashionable while doing so. Toya?
Yeah, so kind of just the perfect fusion of fashion and finances, to be said very simply. And our mission is to empower women to be independent, like in both, areas. Even if you are a married woman, you should be financially sound and savvy and maybe financially independent. That's a whole nother topic for another day. But and the same thing, my niche for my dress shop is little black dresses. So yeah, the perfect fusion of fashion and finances. And I was gonna say friends too. We've been friends for 24 years. So I
What? You into the thing like it's a quarter of a century. How did you do that? Like I hadn't thought about it, Toya. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So yes, at the bottom, at the basement level, we are best friends, sisters. We met in college, K-State, every man a Wildcat. But that's what we are. So who doesn't want to work with your best friend? Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to, help assist different communities in goals and dreams with your best friend? I definitely do. So that's what we're set to do.
Well, that by itself is really incredible because, I got to say that we're going to talk about it a little later in the conversation, but 2020 has definitely had its shares of challenges, but also hidden opportunities and new ways to pivot. And we'll talk about that as we continue to learn more about In the Black Fashion and Finances. But that is really, really impressive. And just the fact that you ladies have been friends for, nearly 25 years, that by itself says a lot. So you've been through together a lot. The good, the bad, the ugly, you've been through it all.
That is true.
The crazy and the funny, okay? Because that's really, we have that in common, right? Like, I didn't live quite for the comical moments as much before I met LaToya. And once I met LaToya, I said, let the good times roll. Let them roll. Bring them on in, okay? Bring them on in.
If that helps you sleep better at night, okay. Okay. I think you can hold your own in the crazy department. So.
Well, that like I said, that just I love hearing that. That says a lot. So, so now going into my next question. So what were some of the key events that maybe in both of your lives that potentially influenced you to launch this women empowerment movement?
I think it kind of goes back to like what we just kind of said. It was like, I don't know if it was more of necessarily a big event, but maybe more of like a conversation we were having. And it kind of was a little bit of a joke. Like we had this joke one of our taglines when we first started out was like the 3 F's every woman should give, because we thought it was catchy, right? And it was finances, fashion, and faith. And we might mingle that back, into it. But that's kind of like where we started at. And we started by combining our projects together. That's kind of where we got to start. So Charlotte would give presentations to women, about budgeting and being financially savvy. And then here I come with a rack of dresses, just talking about the fashion. We started off our very first event. We had like a round table, and we were talking about how women can understand their style, and then started thinking about and then how to budget. That's how we brought the finance together for the first time. Because so this is your style. How do you budget? Like, what percentage of your income should be allocated towards clothing, right? And just really teaching. And there were some things I had some ahas myself. Even from that, I was like, wow. Like, and from that, we just organically grew to, include more people, include more discussions. That's my take on it. I'll pass it over to Charlotte.
No, definitely, LaToya, that is right. Our very first thing together, because, when I met LaToya, I didn't know what a blessing that she would be in my life, and what such an imprint. And like everything she does, she always tries to uplift others and, try to build them up. And so what the major thing that she's not even speaking on right now is the fact that she had a shift in her professional life. And in her professional life, she shifted, okay? And sometimes we hashtag shift happens, right? Hashtag shift happens. So she had a shift in her life. And when the shift, she was then able to take advantage of truly being an entrepreneur and truly, focusing on her family. And, I sit back and I'm in awe of everything that she's doing. She's still out here moving and grooving, focusing on her business, focusing on her family. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to be a part of that. I definitely was feeling my absence of LaToya, but then I'm like, what kind of magic is happening? I need to be a part of it. Okay. So then we got together and our very first event, Latoya, was last summer around this time. And we did like a vending event. Okay. So we came together
Oh yeah, the vending
and
event. How did I forget that?
it was like we shared a booth in the black. I still have the sign because why not keep the sign? You gotta keep the memorabilia, right? So I
Yep.
felt like in the black dresses, in the black finances. And we had a blast and we were just, bubbling over with excitement. And then from there we had like three different events. And the first was really about understanding your finances and how that plays into your wardrobe. Because one of the major things like Toya just said was, yeah, okay, you gotta come up with a style. And when you have a style, then you can buy things in that vein and then you can add to that style versus when you're just out here, chasing every trend. Like we can't do that. We're grown women. We gotta figure things out. So that was that. But the main thing that really put us in focus on, this was Latoya's focus on building her empire, building her legacy, also, fueling other womanpreneurs. I always mess it up. Womanpreneurs. So in the black, initially it was about budgeting and fashion, but it has totally morphed into a place where we definitely want woman entrepreneurs to come and find resources. And that is definitely where the masterclass one that we have, showcased on our Instagram and Facebook site, masterclass one and masterclass two came from. So that was the main event that really catapulted us to get together and solidify that in the black. Ow.
I love it. I love it. So let's put the spotlight on Latoya since we are lifting her up right now. So I just want to take a moment and share with our audience something that is very special. So Latoya was actually featured in the Kansas City Magazine. The cover says the best of KC 2020, but she was featured. Let me get that right there. And the article is titled Come Up Roses. So there she is in all her magnificence. And I just really wanted to share this just because, she really talks about her movement of body positivity. And this very much ties into, in the black fashion and finance. So I just want to give a shout out. And if you get a chance, this is available locally in I believe you said Hy-Vee, Target, Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, really any place that they sell magazines, probably like at the newsstands, like the checkouts, there that's available. So yes, I was so excited. That was just really awesome. Like it came out way better than what I even imagined it would be. And I'm in the best of Kansas City, so kind of like that one their token um, publication. So it's exciting.
Definitely. So this, I was so jazzed to see this. And if you are not in Kansas City, but I know that you sprinkle your magic all over the country. So this is also, there is a digital format too. So do check that out. You will love the piece. It was written really well. So just want to give a shout out to Latoya, our girl. Black Girl Magic right here.
Yes. Yes.
I had to see a little bit of that Beyonce. You can't talk about Black Girl Magic without talking about Queen B. Okay.
Without the Queen Bee, that's just true.
So that's gonna go ahead and lead me into my next question. Then, so how do you believe that 2020 has been a year of breakthroughs for women?
Oh wow, like so many different platforms. I even think from like the business platform, like women are the fastest growing entrepreneurs. Like for the last 4 years, women have been the fastest growing small businesses in America. And then since we're talking about National Black Business Month, Black women are the fastest growing businesses in America right now, too. So if you think about all those factors with everything going on, we're in the middle of civil unrest, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we're about to go into a crazy political election period. But women continue to thrive. I mean, all colors of women are thriving. And look, we just nominated the Kamala Harris, as the VP candidate. So I think it's a banner year for women. We have more women CEOs in general of Fortune 500 companies. I mean, I think, yeah, women are killing it in general.
Absolutely, absolutely. What do you think, Charlotte?
So the question is, what do we feel about 2020 women? That is, I just had to get it back in the mind, get it back to the forefront. I think, like, to piggyback on what you said, it is a banner year for women. I mean, we've done so much. There's been so many breakthroughs on so many different fronts in terms of, minorities, and just progressiveness. I think, she kind of spoke to it with Kamala Harris, the fact that we have the first Black Asian vice president on the ticket. That's major, okay? And there's only up from here. There is only up from here. Just in 2019, there's so many breakthroughs, but just to speak on, just like this particular situation, just last year, there's so much. I don't want to go too deep into it. There's just a lot, and it just takes my breath away, takes my thoughts away, just to think at where we are in where we are in our society and in the movement of everyone progressing, regardless of your ethnicity, of your background. Just get everyone on that equal playing field so that we can all, win, not just because of who we know, but definitely who we are and what we bring to the table. And I think that's what 2020 is really showing us. I think in 2020, a lot of times we want to say, when life gives you lemon, you take lemonade. And that brings me once again back to her last album was called Lemonade. And you cannot always the things that that the world and people at large say, oh my gosh, this COVID has been this, and COVID is devastating. But we have to look at it as the glass. We have to be optimistic. We have to take advantage of what the COVID has provided. And what it really has provided to us is time. Period. With the T. Time that we can spend to invest in ourselves. No one's requesting us to be other places besides the places that we call home. Okay? So, while you're at home, make the most of it. Every woman, every man, every child, make the most of it. Don't let any moment slip past. And I think that's benefited us in the COVID. And once again, to uplift LaToya. Before the COVID actually hit us, it was like the weekend that the city was on lockdown. And we had our chapter 2 master class. LaToya, do you really think we should have this?
Chapter 1. It was chapter 1 because it was in person.
Chapter 1. And I said, LaToya, do you really think we should have this? Because this bat flu is seeming real. I don't know. And she had the foresight to say, yes, we'll take all the precautions that they're saying that, we should take. And we had it. And it was a good turnout and everyone enjoyed it. So that just goes to take advantage of the moment. Take advantage of the moment. And that's all I have.
That's wonderful. No, I love everything that you have all said. And I mean, that really is why I started this project around positivity, because for me, positivity is not just about feeling good, but always finding the good in everything, because there is always a silver lining. and you got to seek that out. And if you could seek that out, that's how you can, as you said, find the time that we may not get again, that we've gotten this year, to really find the best version of ourselves and to continue to prosper and to be resilient. So that's kind of why I was so happy to invite both of you on, because you both really exude those messages that I'm trying to, continue and build my community through the Positivity Vibe Tribe that I started in response to COVID.
Resilience is my favorite word. There are so many, that's my favorite description, because it's just beautiful. It just rolls off. And then the way that it is in, illustrating us, the way we demonstrate resilience. Just say it, resilience. To be resilient means that, hey, I acknowledge I get knocked down. Hey, I acknowledge I'm not the best. Hey, but I'm striving for excellence. And that means that I get back up and I keep moving on because I am resilient. I have the essence of resilience dripping all over me. So I love that. I love that word, resilient. Love it.
Definitely. So I know we've kind of talked about it earlier on in our conversation, but is there maybe just one thing that you could give to our audience just to kind of stay strong and positive, resilient, grateful through these unprecedented times through your movement?
Yeah, don't take your foot off the gas, whatever you're doing. Especially if you have some momentum going, that's anything that I've learned in the last year. Like she kind of said, professionally, I had a setback about this time last year and I was devastated. Honestly, like I'm human, right? And just really out of my zone, but just really, took the time to, self-care and get in the right frame of mind and really, push hard for 79 roles and things that I wanted. So anybody out there, whatever that you want to do, first off, just do it. Just do it, because I saw a quote the other day. They said that somebody out there has the same idea with like half the amount of grit that you have, and they're making it happen, and you're sitting over here waiting for your idea. So just do it. And then when you get some momentum, don't take your foot off the gas, because life is going to continue to throw wrenches everywhere, right? I think if anything 2020 taught us, it's like you got to roll with the punches, pivot, pick yourself back up and keep on going, because it's always going to be something. It's always going to do something. One of my favorite songs by India.Arie, she said, life is going to do what it do.
Yeah.
Life is going to do what it do. And so it's like, do you complain about it or do you keep moving? And I'm actually trying to encourage myself as well. It's been kind of crazy. It's been a crazy, busy, rough week. And, it's like, but yeah, don't take your foot off the gas. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. And if something's in your heart that God or whoever, universe, whatever you believe in, do it, because there is an audience out there for everybody. There's tons of people who do financial literacy and fashion tips, right? But nobody does it like us. So,
yep, absolutely.
Charlotte. I just echo what you're saying. That just goes to being resilient as well. So, I mean, don't take your foot off the gas. And something that we had just, visited and looked into was done is better than perfect. And yes. I think to have this phrase that I never heard before, and I always mess it up. It is sad.
Which one?
It's paralysis.
Analysis paralysis. Yeah.
Oh yes, analysis paralysis. Ooh, yeah. Absolutely. So with that, then, how can our audience stay connected with you through your social media channels?
Yes, so follow us at In the Black. It's in the period, right? Black
Yep.
Charlotte created our handle, so .fashion.finance. So we're on Instagram and Facebook. If you do In the Black, I'm sure we'll pop up In the Black Fashion and Finance. Please follow us on Instagram because we'll be doing some giveaways this month in honor of National Black Business Month to encourage us to put the funds back into Black businesses. So please follow us and look for that giveaway. Charlotte?
That's pretty much how you can find us. And then also 79 Roads, and then I'm on Mamas with Cray, as well as I have a site with my husband as well, so it's built for 913 for those additional financial tips.
Awesome. That's really good. And so you talked about your master class. So I actually attended your master class too over the summer and really got to connect with amazing women of color and small business owners as well. So I enjoyed that very much. Are you thinking about having a master class maybe later this year? What do you guys have in mind?
Yes, we are going to do chapter 3, and it's actually, this one is Charlotte's brainchild. She has been wanting to do just a series and resources for self-care and helping women find the balance. So that is going to be our next topic. Is chapter 3 is going to be based on, helping women. No, you can be a wife, a mom, a mompreneur, full-time worker, side hustle worker, like all of it. A lot of women juggle so many hats and they do it effortlessly. And we're naturally nurturing and we're naturally unselfish. And so we always come last. And so the next one will be based on self-care, and then I think Charlotte had the also brainchild to start early with vision boards.
Yeah, with the vision boards, because you have to the law of attraction, so you have to definitely put it out there so you can see it, speak it, so it can be visually in your space, and so that you can realize your goals and your objectives in life. So I think we will do something with those vision boards, so that virtually, but regardless if it's virtual or if it's physically that we're in the same space, vision boards are powerful and they put some purpose in our lives and they give us a little direction. So there's a saying that a ship without a sail is just lost. It's just out there at sea. So those vision boards give us a nice guide to say, okay, this is where I want to be. This is what's on my vision board. This is what I'm shooting for. This is my goal. So yeah.
Wonderful. Great. Well, I want to thank both of you ladies so much for sharing some of your evening with me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being my special guests as we continue to celebrate National Black Business Month. So I'm very excited to continue to support women of color and their dreams and endeavors. So I'm so grateful that you were able to hop on this evening and have this wonderful conversation with me.
The pleasure is ours. The pleasure is ours. The pleasure is ours. We are grateful and honest and privileged that you even thought of us. So please continue with this awesome mission. Positivity, pass it on. We wholeheartedly support you. So let us know what you need as well. We appreciate you. Charlotte.
Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. So I just want to say I'm wearing a 79 Rose Dress Shop dress. I wanted to give you a shout out there. So I just want to thank you ladies so much. So I want to continue to keep the conversation going. So if you're a small business or you're a nonprofit organization or you have a platform that you want to amplify, please reach out to me at Positivity Vibe Tribe. I am on Instagram, so would love to hear from you. And I have these Word of Mouth Wednesdays twice a month, so I would love to schedule a time. I am filling my calendar for the fall, so if you're interested in reaching out to me, please do that. And so I just want to thank you ladies so much. Thank you, Latoya Rozoff. Thank you, Charlotte Ford. Thank you so much for what you're doing to help women live their best lives, leave the legacy, because if we didn't do it right once, that's enough to leave a good legacy.
Oh.
All right, Bloop. Bloop, there you go.
Thank you, ladies, so much. You take care.
Thank you.
And feel free to share this conversation for those that were not able to join. The replay is available. So yeah, let's get this message out. So thank you again, Latoya Rozoff, Charlotte Ford, founders of In the Black Fashion and Finance. Take care. So take care, ladies. And thank you for those that joined us this evening.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.